lost the sound to this, so I'm just going to be giving a voiceover. Today is the next step in the ANZAC Dress project, and I'm going to be working on the drawers. Going into this project, I didn't quite know exactly how I wanted to do it. I have these Victorian drawer patterns from Truly Victorian that I used, and I really wanted to do a lot of sort of lace on it, just using plain white muslin. And you can see me going through my box of lace. Most of the lace that I do have I got from op shops, so I'm not too sure how much of each that I have. But these white ones that you see me looking at now, they're the ones that I was sort of looking at where to put them. I have no idea. I sort of play along with that a little bit later, so once I put sort of everything together, I'm up to doing lace. I start playing around, holding the lace up to it, seeing what works. So yeah, I've got a lot of lace. So I wasn't too sure. I knew roughly where I wanted the lace. I wanted lace around the very bottom of it. So the flounce, I wanted that to be lace. I was thinking of having lace at the curve, so just where the flounce attaches to the mane of it. And I would like lace going down the sides of it to match my chemise. Here you see me just sewing it together. My chubby fingers in the way of the camera. Lovely. I'm still sort of playing around with where to put my camera, well, my phone, when I'm recording this kind of stuff. I don't really have a proper stand for it. So I'm sort of playing around with where to put that. And if you see me go over pins, I'm sorry. I am learning to take the pins out as I go. I am, but it's an old habit of mine, as it is of many people, to go over them. I'm lucky that I've got a strong enough machine to handle it. I serge all of the raw edges, just so that it's easy to machine wash, because I am hoping to use these drawers for other projects as well. Here you can see me playing around with the lace where I want it. I've decided to use it at the edge of where I'm going to put the flounce. So I'll be putting the flounce on the end of that. I did try and machine it, but I figured it was just going to turn out better if I hand do it. So I ended up, all the lace, I ended up hand sewing all of that on, which took forever. But I think it turned out a lot better. Sometimes, doing it by hand kind of get a better result than machine. It was actually quite relaxing to do this while I was watching TV.
Violets from tiny seeds fight their way up through the weeds. Violets can do it, why can't you? Little brooklets breaking free work their way down to the sea. Little brooks can do it, why can't you?
So yeah, you can see me playing around with. I decided to use this as the flounce instead of having just the plain muslin underneath. So what I ended up doing was I ended up sewing that to the edge of the lace that I had just put down, and then cutting the muslin from behind and just stitching that up. Yes, and I did it around each legs. And I quite literally just had enough of this lace. Just. I probably had 1.5 inches left of that after I was finished. I'm just putting the facing of each of the legs. Yeah, you can see my son in the background. I'm just clipping the seams of the corner so that it lays properly, if you didn't know why people do that. And then ironing that flat. least favourite part of sewing, ironing. And then here I am just ironing the waistband open. And then I'll be folding that over and ironing it again. And then on the ends I just fold those inwards and iron that, and then I'll fold it back over and iron it again. That way, in the end, it's all tucked in and no external stitching can be seen. Here you can see me adding some more lace. I thought, I thought it would look a bit nicer with a little bit of extra lace on. Now this lace goes down the sides, so from the hips down it goes there, and then I just cut on the inside of that, fold it over twice, so I do a French seam, so it's nice and open, so it's, well, see-through, as you'll see in the end. I didn't do a very good job at showing that. With the belt, I tucked in the edges of the belt and then wrapped that around each of the legs to put them together. Here you see I did the French seam and sewed that. With the belt I just did a hand stitch. Now I wasn't too sure how to do the like how to actually tie it up. I didn't have any belt clasps. So I ended up just sewing white ribbon on and using that as a belt, which will work fine for now. Well, that's all. I hope I did a good enough job explaining what I was doing in the videos. A bit different from how I normally do things. If you liked this video, give it a like, obviously. Subscribe while you're at it. I do have a Patreon where I have been doing sewing lessons, so feel free to check that out if you want. You can also just donate $3 if you want to buy me tea and cake, if you like what I'm doing. Also, feel free to leave comments on how you'd like me to do videos, because I'm still quite new to the process of doing these videos. So if you've got any suggestions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I'll read them. I'm sure I need the help. And you have a wonderful day. I'll see you all next time in the next video. Bye!